Hey talkers, it's your girl Q. Boop. It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday and I'm recording on a Saturday. I'm recording on a Saturday because, honey, I got things to tell you guys. First thing first, let me put on my chapstick because my lip is getting chapped and this is about to be a real interesting conversation because let me tell you. So, I've been talking to this guy, right? He's a lot older than I am, all right? Oh, there goes my phone again. He's a lot older than I am, and I was kind of interested to see dealing with an older guy, how it would be like. Because, women our age, we're just like, oh, I'm tired of these little boys. They don't know how to treat the women, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I need an older man. All right, for those who have said that, 9 out of 10, they ain't no different, honey. Ain't no different. Okay? So, homie's been trying to talk to me. Well, I should say, been telling other people that he would like to talk to me since I was in California. He lives in New York. So, I came to New York for the summer. And I met up with him, and I was like, okay, let's see where this summer fling can go. Now, mind you, I kept in my mind that this would just be a summer fling, all right? And as the interaction or the relationship, I should say, progressed, it's just like the truest side of him just started coming out. First thing first, like I said in the beginning, this was supposed to be a summer fling, right? And homie wanted to turn it into a relationship. Now, I kept reciting to him, I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. I don't know where this may go. However, I also, in the same breath, said, let's see what can happen from this, right? So, we just been kicking it. And everybody knows what definition of kicking it means. That means we've been fucking. So, whatever. And I'm just like, okay. He met my family by default. Everybody that knows me, I don't introduce anybody I'm dating to unless I'm really serious to my family. He met my family by default because we were at a family event and he was in attendance. So, he met the family. Now, my mother kept bothering me about him because, as I tell you guys, she just wants me to be barefoot and pregnant. No, I'm not going to say that about my mama. She really just wants me to find somebody so she can have some grandbabies. And, honey, with this generation, it's not coming no time soon, okay? So, long story short, he started acting like a fuckboy. Typical fuckboy. Don't answer my phone calls. Don't talk to him for a week or two. Only hits me up when he wants to hang out. And you know what hang out means. Fuck. And I'm like, wrong girl. Wrong girl, right? So last night, mind you, I went to Miami for my best friend's white coat ceremony. Yes, my best friend is becoming a doctor. He's becoming a podiatrist. So proud of him. Beyond proud of him. Black doctor. And homie didn't even call me before I got on the plane. You know us girls, we're really dramatic. So we'll be like, oh, so you're not going to wish me good luck or say have a safe trip? And I came back from Miami, September 4th? No, September 5th. And today's September 15th. Well, I was just say yesterday, September 14th. Have not heard from homie since. So I haven't heard from him since before I left from Miami, right? That was the last time I heard from him. And I go to a party last night, and guess who's in attendance? Homie, right? So mind you, I knew he would kind of be there, but then again, I wasn't sure because it wasn't his party. He throws parties. It wasn't his party. So I'm just like, okay, when I saw him come through the door at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, Jesus, almost made it. Almost made it through without seeing him had to come at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just like, okay. And he comes up to me, grabs me, doesn't even say anything, just grabs my hand and walks outside with me. And then he looks at me, he's like, oh, you look really nice. I'm like, this is a joke, right? Honey, this is a joke. He was like, oh, what do you mean? I was like, you're a joke. He was like, why you calling me a joke? I'm not a joke. You're a joke. You are 100% a joke. And he was like, oh, so you don't want to talk to me? No, I don't want to talk to you. You didn't want to talk to me before, so no, I don't want to talk to you right now. So homie kept, so I tried to walk away from him, and he was just like, that's rude. Don't walk away from me. I never walked away from you. I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to disrespect you because I wouldn't want you to disrespect me, right? So I asked politely. I was like, may we end this conversation so I may go back inside to finish the party off with my sisters. It was sister night. And he was like, okay, fine, go back inside. Okay. You know how guys try to do like that reverse, try to make it feel like, oh, you're being obnoxious, but they're okay? Nah, that don't work for me. So I said, okay. And I came back inside, dancing with my sister, and he realized I wasn't paying attention to him. So he kept coming back, just kept coming back. And he had the nerve to ask me, so do you want me to leave you alone? Yes. Yes. I literally said that. And he looked at me. He was like, wow, that's rude. No, you're rude. Not me. You're rude. And he's like, oh, why can't I talk to you? Why can't we have a conversation? No, there's no conversation that needs to be had anymore. You had your chances. Listen, honey, time is of the essence. I'm going back to California. This summer fling is over. Summer is ending. Summer ends in about 2 weeks. By the time I make it back to California, it will be fall, and our relationship is over. So the whole night, he would come to me, then walk away. Then when he would see like a bunch of guys try to talk to me, now, honey, shorty was looking super duper fly. Now, I wasn't even that dressed up to the T. I really just wore these like leather pants with this like see-through lace top. It's a really cute outfit that put together that also showed all my curves. All of my curves. Okay? What my mama gave me was being shown last night. And I was still fully covered up. Honey, you can still look sexy and be covered up at the same time. Remember that, ladies. So he just kept coming back to me. And he would come up to me and be like, you look really good tonight, blah, blah. Then try to grab my hand, then want to stand in front of me, then want to put his arm around my waist. I'm like, you're not showing any ownership. You don't own me, honey. I'm done. Done. You should have thought about that when you was dealing with 3, 4, 5 other girls at the same time. I don't play those games. All right? Now, the funny thing is about this story, right? He goes, let's just fast forward to end. I still didn't talk to him, haven't picked up his calls. I'm done. Summer fling is over, right? And I was actually on Instagram the other day, and I was watching Amanda Seales' video. I kid you not, I feel like Amanda Seales spoke this into existence for me. Because as I'm watching the video, I was like, oh, yeah, I know about fuckboys. This is too funny, right? And then I see Kit Homie last night, and then he literally became a fuckboy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play Amanda Seales for you guys so you guys can hear what she was saying. If you don't follow her on Instagram, she is actually a delight. I like listening to her because I just feel like we just have some kind of like spiritual connection. Some kind of spiritual connection. But let me play it for you guys so you guys can hear what she was saying. Hold on.
So in like the last 2 weeks, I've had 3 different niggas tell me that I challenged them in a way they had never been challenged before because they said that chicks be letting them get away with so much fuck shit. And I was the first person to be like, no, nigga. And they were like, no, you don't understand. Like, women be letting them. Each of them had their same story, that women be letting them get away with whatever. And I'm like, ladies, we really do have agency and in our power, the ability to determine how we let people treat us and what we let niggas get away with in terms of their treatment of us. And if we would be stronger in this, then we could push the needle so much of the fuck shit that goes down and so much of the fuck shit that's brought to your doorstep is because the woman before opened the door when that fuck shit showed up and said, ding dong, hello. So in like the last 2 weeks, so much of the fuck shit that goes down and the fuck shit that's brought to your doorstep is because the woman before opened the door when that nigga showed up and said, ding dong. Now we have all been guilty of saying, hello. Let's not let that happen anymore. Can we all just band together and decide to make sure that if we are being mistreated, that we not only say something about it, but we walk away from it? Being mistreated is not just being yelled at or hit, no, or cheated on. It also is being disrespected. It also is having your time not considered. It also is having your space not considered. It's also a nigga disappearing for 2 days when you're in the middle of a text conversation. It's flaking. It's fronting. It's being irresponsible. It's not giving a fuck about your feelings. All of these things that you would not do to that person, if they're doing it to you, it's a problem. Don't do it. Don't do it. So much of the... And they will tell you, as long as I'm being honest, I'm not a fuckboy. Fuck that. If your behavior has all the ingredients of a can of Chef Fuckboy RD, guess what, baby? You a fuckboy, and all you are is aware of it, which is the worst kind. Because you think it's okay, and that as long as you acknowledge it, that it isn't what it is. And now all you've done is given women the opportunity to say, you know what? I don't want a taste of that. Now, with those individuals coming back and saying like, hey, I shouldn't have done that in the past, my encouraging moment is the fact that these were young men who early in the game are realizing that ain't no way to treat nobody. And because now that I have seen examples of the success of my saying, hold up, nigga, ha, proof in the pudding. No Cosby. Anywho, set your boundaries. Stick to them. And prepare to be lonely in the process. Or find empowerment in the fact that, you know what? You're loving yourself. As I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself. Because the better I am at this, the better outcomes I get. Maybe that's why I'm still single. Because now that I have seen examples. And for any dude listening to this saying I'm bashing men, no, I'm not bashing men. What I'm saying is that we believe in you, and therefore we expect greater from you than what you have decided is the standard, and it is below level. Venture to impress yourselves. And in return, you might get your dick sucked by a woman with some self-worth who doesn't need you. Therefore, she has so much more to give. But you don't got to take my word for it. Ba-dum-bum.
And just like that, I kid you not, you guys. Like, my life, sincerely, is a freaking movie. I feel like I say this all the time because no one believes the crap that I go through, where I just sit back and I'm like, where's the director? Where are all the hidden cameras? Because this is not real. This cannot be legitimately real. Homie really came up to me like we've been talking every single day and things are just smooth sailing. Like, he literally grabbed my hand, walked me outside, and started smiling. Was like, so how are you? How was your trip? Nigga, what? I came back from my trip a week and a half ago. Are you kidding me? Boy, if you don't get out my face. Like, and I get what Amanda Seales says when she's like, you gotta be prepared to be single in the process. You gotta be prepared to be alone. Maybe that's why you're single, because the shit that you won't tolerate, some other girl will. And it's funny because I was talking to my sister, and when she would go into confrontation with her and her new husband, I always tell her, he's a good guy. I sincerely love him as my new brother-in-law. He's a really good guy. There's just certain things that he just didn't know he had to do, because a lot of other women allowed him to get away with murder. So now that he's in a different type of relationship, and now you're at another level that you've never been with anybody, now there's just certain ways you have to act now. There's certain things that you have to do. And the thing is that they just don't know, because a bunch of these other girls, and not to say that these women are stupid, but they kind of are stupid because they haven't been taught, or they just didn't know their worth. They allow guys to use them as doormats, walk all over them. And that's just never been my MO. Never been my MO. Everybody knows me. My best friends know me, honey. You can't play Q. Q's the biggest player of them all. And don't get me wrong, that's not something I like to brag about because I actually feel too old to be still being a player. But I feel like my roster just has to keep going. Every time I try to get rid of it, it's just like, ugh. You're never going to get to where I need to be, so I might as well just keep this roster and see who checks off all the good things on the list and who's making it to the number one spot. Because right now, honey, you just dropped down 10 spots. 10. Yes, 10. Okay? And that is crazy. I just had like a real flashback. Like, this boy really thought I was Boo-Boo the freaking fool? Like, are you kidding me? They had the nerve to try to keep coming up to me all night and putting your arm around me because every time you saw another guy talk to me, you realize that, oh shoot, that other people like me. Yes, honey, I'm cute. I'm cute. And I got a lot to give. So if I ain't giving it to you, I'll be sure to be giving it to somebody else. All right? And ladies, just hold your own. Hold your own. I don't want to bash guys because my best friends are guys. And sometimes they're really great guys. There are really great guys out there. And there's some where women become the fuck girls. And they mess up a guy's life. And I get it. It happens. But like I said before, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I put it on my story. When will we stop the battle of black women and black men hurting each other and can figure out who hurt each other more? How about we stop and just start healing each other? Life would be 10 times more better if you really think about it. If black men raised their black women up and black women took care of their black men instead of trying to hurt each other and saying, well, you did this, you did that, you did this in the past, so I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this in the future. No. Like, we both need to stop. Just stop. Know our worth. Know what we're worth. Know who's supposed to be in our life and who will help us get to another level, not bring us down. Like, you can't see that I am a hardworking female, that I put my tears, my sweat, my grind every day into what I do. And I show you what kind of woman I am. I don't walk these streets looking for anybody to talk to. That I walk with my head up. And you're going to sit here and try to belittle me and make me feel like I'm less than? No, it doesn't work that way. Thank God my mama made me with a strong head because I could have been like a leaf in this world, just passing through wherever the wind blows. Because if I was a dumb girl, you would have pulled me outside and started like smiling and rubbing my back and all of that. And I would have just fell back in your arms. You see, that's dumb girl shit. And then we go right back to step one where I don't hear from you for like a week or two. And I thought about turning the summer fling into an actual real thing. Get out of here. When you start getting emotions and feelings involved, that's when you start to play with the wrong part of a woman's life. Because that is the dangerous field. When you start playing with a woman's emotion, honey, be ready for battle. Because you know a scorned woman. You already know the same for that one, right? All right, that's all I had to say because I need to vent this out on a Saturday because I got home at like 6 in the morning after all of this happened. And I was just like, I didn't even tell you guys, like at the end of the night, there was somebody else I was talking to just to, like, that was a friend. But I saw him standing across at the bar just staring and looking. Boy, bye. Get out. That's why I walked right out and then I left. I was gone. You see me, then you don't. Houdini. Ghost. All right. Till later. Bye, you guys.